This here's from Brock on Twitter. It's about King Charles and how some of the bigger Amber fans are very happy about an apparent diagnosis that was made on him with the big C word. Now, I'm not here to talk about how good Charles is, how bad he is. What I'm here to talk about is how these people are wishing this on him and being so distasteful about it. I don't particularly like him. All right, I don't know. But I'd never wish this upon anyone, really, or be happy it happened. So Brock says this is pretty gross. I don't care how much you dislike a person. To celebrate a cancer diagnosis is just downright wrong. Thank you, Brock. Once again, I agree. And also, a point I'm proving here is the Amber fan base is, well, not so good. The Johnny fan base, much better. We'll compare the reactions to this. Before I start, huge shout out to Deb right here. Thank you so much. She gave me one of those super chats in the comments. Much appreciated. Can't thank you enough. So here it is from Leave Her Alone, which is one of the bigger Amber supporters who's always on X, posting about Amber, positive, of course. King's Charles is dying, y'all. Sounds like she's not so upset about it. As we see the article from NBC News, King's Charles diagnosed with cancer, which I'm not here to talk about directly. As Brock said, like him or not, I wish him the best on his health. This person, France, replies to Leave Her Alone and says, horrible. King Charles won't read this. Many people affected by cancer directly and indirectly will. It's not a death sentence when caught early. How about using your platform to spread awareness for early detection, you Muppet? Great point. So it's not just that he's going to personally read it, it's going towards him. It's that people who have it will also read it and see how distasteful her reaction is and how little she cares and how little sympathy she has. Now, a point I'm making here, these are the kind of people who support you know who. These are the kind of people who believe you know who. Then Leave Her Alone says, go look a monarch's boot somewhere else. Meaning, I guess this person is kissing Charles' ass because they're saying, don't be so rude because other people who actually have a horrible disease might get their feelings hurt. Okay, I see the logic from France, but not quite from Leave Her Alone. But then again, Leave Her Alone's name gives it all away. France then says that she doesn't give a rat's ass about Charles, who will have the best possible care. But it's the people affected by the C word that won't have the best possible care that are going to have to hear this and think about it. And that is a good point, France. And of course, Leave Her Alone's followers and Amber fans reply. This person says, Megan must have pointed a gamma ray laser into his window while he was sleeping. Ha ha ha. That's such a cool comment for a 13-year-old girl, probably. Not even. You know what? I bet this person, Maxie, isn't like a 13-year-old girl. I know a lot of smart, intelligent 13-year-old girls. This person, Maxie, is probably a brainwashed sheeple. That's my guess. Logan says the royal has been recently getting sick. Is this the start of the fall of the monarchy? Useless comment. Alright. Probably not. God, can you effing imagine if the British populace has to endure watching another gaudy coronation within a few years at best of the last one while the kids in the country starve? Okay, middle of the road, but not positive and not what you want to talk about when someone's diagnosed with that disease. So now, let's contrast with the Johnny fans. And this is my take. You know what? Maybe Charles did some bad things in his life. I'm not sure, but this isn't exactly the time you get into it. This is when you say, all right, the guy's got the C word. Let's leave him alone. If he does something we don't like, we'll call that out nonetheless. But, this is kind of one of those things where it's unrelated. That's just how I think. Julia Dixon says, at least she isn't bullying a survivor of domestic abuse for once. Now she's leeching off the name of someone with cancer. I'd ask how low she can go, but she'd still probably take it as a challenge. She has ADD and that she has a deficit of people paying attention to her sorry self. Probably meant paying attention. All right. Having ADD doesn't excuse her in any way, shape, or form. Deputy Warrior says she's disgusting. And Polly says she has no life. And Wolf Rider says her tweets only get 2 likes, which it deserves 0, maybe one's hers. And this person here says, she's disgusting, I'm no fan of the Royals, but I wouldn't celebrate this. Yes, That's what I've been trying to say. I'm not a fan either, but I would not celebrate this. She doesn't like men, and it shows with every hateful, spiteful tweet that she spews from her. What a disgusting excuse for a human being. Fancy rejoicing about the C word, how abhorrent. And Karen says her dad was also diagnosed with 10 years to live, but made it 30. So while it's not a death sentence, and I actually came close to having it myself, it's just not something you talk about in a way where you're kind of excited it's happening to the person. I guess Amber fans are also probably Meghan Markle fans, just my guess. I'm gonna bet, with speculation here, haven't researched, but there's a lot of crossovers there. I do find some Meghan fans in the Johnny fan base, but it seems like a lot of the Johnny fan base, the majority, also doesn't like Meghan so much, or just doesn't care so much. That's what I get over the years of making videos about Meghan also. But I just mentioned Meghan because it seems like that one person there made that comment, Meghan must have pointed a gamma ray laser into his window, and I think that's what some other Amber fans are thinking, and this other person replied with a little party hat to that. Anyway, maybe give Brock a follow. He's got a great account. Thank you again, Brock. And again, thank you, Deb, so much for this super comment chat. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you're not, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.